Dear students, today I am going to discuss about crustacean larvae, larval form of class Crustacea. So you have studied already the important class of phylum Arthropoda, Crustacea. There are about more than 50,000 known species. They have divided into 8 subclasses. They are popularly called insects of the sea because majority are marine forms. They are, you will see in this picture, these are the major the crustaceans. You will see the different types of crabs, then shrimps, lobsters, then you will find crayfish, then prawns, all these copepods, barnacles, all these are crustacea. So they are characterized by the chitinous exoskeleton. Body is covered with chitinous exoskeleton. It is encrusted, that's why the name crustacea, encrusted with calcium and nitrogen salts. So they have to be shed regularly to allow the growth of the body. Hence, during development, you will be able to see several larval stages in class Crustacea. So these every stage, larval stage, there is a period of growth, and after that they undergo molting or ecdysis. They cast off their exoskeleton, and again there is a the growth starts. So after each molting, larva changes its structure. Therefore, you will able to see several successive larval stages before it becomes adult. So let us study these larval stages of class Crustacea. Example, you will able to see you have studied the detailed account of Pineus. Just look into this picture, the Pineus life history or life cycle. So it starts with the egg hatches into the a tiny 0.1 millimeter larva. This is called Nobleus. It's a microscopic larva. It undergoes molting and give rise to the next larval stage, protozoa. So in between you will find there is a growth. So the next, this protozoa grow and undergoes molting, giving rise to zoea, myces. So likewise you can see this is the life cycle of marine prawn. You will able to see 4 to 5 larval stages you will find in this. So this an example. Likewise, you can see in the class Copepoda, you can see the larval stages, Nobleus, then you can see Copepodite. Similarly, in the case of barnacles or the subclass Cirripedia, you will find Nobleus, Cypress, then adult, the barnacle, stone barnacle. Then you will able to see in the case of lobsters, you can see, so there is a the larva in the lobster stage, lobster larva, you will find this is called philosoma larva. Then in the case of shrimp, you can see the zoea larva and the shrimp. Then in the case of crab, the larva, zoea, and megalopa and adult. What I am trying to say you, in many forms you can see the Nobleus is the common larva of many of these subclasses of Crustacea. Similarly, the Zoea you will find in many forms. So there is a common larval forms in many subgroups of the class Crustacea. You will able to see here I have listed there are 16 larval stages. The 16 larval forms you will able to see in class Crustacea. You no need to worry, you no need to study all this. In your syllabus, there are only Nobleus, Zoea, and Myces larva and Cypress larva. Only 4 larval stages you are going to study. What are the importance of this larval study and all this we will discuss at the end. So the first one is Nobleus. So this Nobleus is about a 0.1 millimeter, a microscopic larva you will able to find in almost all crustacean forms. This is the first larval stage. Soon our egg hatches into the larva. It is the Nobleus. This Nobleus is from the prawn. So this larva is discovered by Muller in 19th century. Is the first fundamental stage in all crustaceans. After hatches, they hatches from the egg into this type of larva. This is oval in shape and this is unsegmented. The body is unsegmented, oval. You will able to see the oval shape, and they have a large cephalothorax, the major, and a very small abdomen. It is a abdomen is rudimentary. There are three pairs of appendages you will able to see. The first pair, this is called antennule, and second is antenna, and third pair is mandibles. First pair is uniramus, that is unique, you can see, and second and the third pair is biramus appendage. So this antennule is sensory in function, and antenna and mandibles are used for swimming purpose. They are biramus. There is a single median eye you will able to see here. You will find in the adult crustaceans you can see a pair of eyes, but in the larval stage there is a single median eye which consists of four lenses or ocelli. Small lens pieces are called ocelli, which are pigmented cup. Then you will find mouth is present in between trunk appendages. That is a between this appendage you will be able to see mouth is present. It is enclosed by the labrum, upper lip. Alimentary canal is straight in this Nobleus and terminate in the anus. So this there is a well developed digestive system you will able to find in the Nobleus larva, which help them to feed on these tiny microscopic planktons, so phyto and zooplanktons. So this is the caudal region. You will find forked structure, the caudal spine. So this larva is the common larva of all crustaceans. It's about microscopic 0.1 millimeter. So the next larval stage is the Zohir. Zohir is the common larva of many of the crabs, prawns, shrimps you will be able to see. So this Zohir is about 0.2 millimeter to 0.5 millimeter. It ranges. The body is having a cephalothorax and the abdomen. Cephalothorax is it is covered with the carapace. You will find it is similar to that of the adult. It is covered with the carapace, and this carapace produces two spines. You can see there are a pair of spine you will find in the dorsal region and a single spine in the rostrum. It is forming the rostral spine. There is a one pair of compound eyes. You can see there is a pair of compound eye you will able to see, and cephalic appendages you will able to see. You have studied already the appendages, cephalic appendages, the antennule. Then you will able to see this is the antennule, then antenna, and you will able to see the mandibles, maxillae. All the cephalic appendages are developed. Similarly, the thoracic region you will able to see the only the maxilliped, and rest of the walking legs they are rudimentary. You will able to see they are in a rudimentary stage. First and second maxillipids are large and biramus, used for swimming. These maxillipids here now they are used for swimming because the swimming appendages or the pleopods are not developed. Thoracic appendages are still in, that is walking legs are still in bud formation. So the abdomen is segmented, you will find, without any appendage. Then there is a caudal furca, or else you can see the caudal spine, a forked structure you will able to see in the tail region or else in the Telson region. This is the another common crustacean larva, Zohir, and you will able to find in case of crabs and prawns. So next is the Cypress larva. You will able to say this is what the Cypress larva. This Cypress larva is the typical larva of subclass Cirripedia. What are Cirripedia? You have not studied. This Cirripedia is nothing but if you go to the beaches, you will able to see on the rocks there are barnacles. These are a kind of crustacea. You can see these are the barnacles on just on the rocks lying in the wherever there is a lot of wave action. If the rocks are lying, you definitely will able to see these rock barnacles. If the beaches you will find some abandoned boats, then you will able to find another type of Cirripedia. These are called lipas or ship barnacles. These are rock barnacles, these are ship barnacles. You will be able to see this abandoned boat, you will find plenty, thousands of ship barnacles. And you may see in the beaches some crab having a parasite. This is called the root barnacle. It's a parasite on the crab. So all these unique the animals are belonging to the class Crustacea, and they have the larval stage. You can see they are called Cypress larva, where you can see Nobleus is the first larval stage, and Nobleus develops or grows and undergoes undergoes molting, and that give rise to the larval stage Cypress larva. So how exactly the structure of the Cypress? The body of the Cypress enclosed, you will able to see in a bivalve shell similar to molluscan shell. You will find a bivalve shell which is secured by adductor muscle. This shell, how exactly you will find in the mollusca, the shells, the similar shells you will find two shells. They are held together with the help of adductor muscles. You can able to see here, this is adductor muscles. There is a median eye and as well as a pair of compound eye. So this is what you can see, the compound eye. Remember, when it metamorphoses into adults, they lose eyes, but now in the larval stage you will able to see compound eye and as well as because it's a free swimming larva. As it metamorphoses into adult, it will become sessile, attached to some substratum, either to the rock or to the wooden logs or boats like that, in the case of ship barnacle. Then you can see the antenule is large and especially modified for this is what the antenule, it has got a cup shaped structure, you will able to see, for the attachment, and this attached to the substratum, which helps in the attachment to the substratum. It is directly connected to, you can see there is a cement gland. So cement gland helps make this cypress to get attached to the proper substratum. That is, it may be rock in the case of rock barnacle. In the, you see this is rock barnacle, ship that is wooden pieces in the ship barnacle. This is what you can see, the antenule, and it is connected to the cement gland. Then the second is the antenna is absent, and there are 6 pairs of, you will able to see the thoracic appendages. They are biramous appendages. They are used for swimming. When they are in the larval stage, that is in the Cypress larval stage, they are the free swimming larva. When it is metamorphosis into adult, they will become the sessile animal attached to some substratum. So these these thoracic appendages are modified into cirri bearing appendages. They are used to collect the food when it is metamorphosis into adult. Now if it is in the larval stage, they are used for swimming purpose. And you can see the short abdomen, you will see the digestive tube, and you can see this is the part of the abdomen. The larva contains a mass of germ cells. So these are the germ cells, they are found in the larva. So this is the larva, Cypress larva, you will find the Cypress larva is the larva of barnacles, or the larva of subclass Cirripedia and another subclass Ostracoda. So the next larval stage you will able to see is the mysis larva. This mysis larva, you will see the final larval stage in the case of prawns, shrimps, lobsters, and in many crustaceans during development. You can see this is looks like a miniature mysis, miniature prawn, right? You have studied prawn. So it's like a miniature prawn, a microscopic prawn. This is about 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter in size. In case of prawn, Zohir metamorphosis molds into the next larval stage, mysis. The body is divided into is similar. It has got a structure similar to the prawn, but this is the larva. Remember, this is a tiny microscopic larva. This is not prawn, and larva of many crustaceans, shrimps, lobsters, prawns, and all. So it has got cephalothorax and abdomen, and you will see the well developed stalked eye. You can able to see, and they have typical the prawn like structures. You can see they have biramous appendages, and all biramous thoracic appendages are alike. They are not modified into maxillipeds and distinct into walking chelate and non-chelate legs. They are alike, and they are little reduced, you can see. Then abdomen. So the abdomen, the appendages are in rudimentary, they are just growing, you can see, and abdomen has a 6 segment, and they are well developed telson, or you can see the tail part of region. So this mysis metamorphosis into adult prawn in case of Pineus, but this is the final stage of larval stage in many of the crustacea. So this is called mysis. So what is the significance of this crustacean larvae? So these larval stages, they show evolutionary relationship among different groups of crustacea. So you will see you can group them into the class crustacea based on these larval forms. So you will find the Nobleus larva, you will find even in the crabs and in the case of prawns as well as in the case of barnacles. It is the one, a connecting link between these different types of animals like barnacles and the prawns. So that's how you can see it is linking the evolutionary, it establishes the evolutionary linkage. So Nobleus and meta-Nobleus stages are common to all crustaceans. So these are the common larvae. They show common ancestry for all crustaceans. There are about more than 50,000 species you will find in Crustacea. All these are belonging to the class Crustacea because of these larval forms, even though they differ so greatly because they may be microscopic or they may be very big, the crab, very large crab like about 20 feet long and all, So this is what you can see. They connect all these different forms that is found in the class Crustacea. You will able to see all these different types of crustacean larvae. That is how it is found in the seawater. So these larvae help in the dispersal of the animals. They are microscopic and they are along with the wave action. They are mainly forming the zooplanktons. So they will be carried to different places with the waves in the sea wave. So this is what you can see, help them in dispersal, so that their assemblage at a particular place, which will later lead into the the conflict or competition for food and space. So that will be solved by this, even in the case of sessile forms, barnacles and all, they are dispersed to different places. So, in order to grow the larvae, the crustacean must molt several times to shed the exoskeleton. So, this is the importance of crustacean larvae. This is what you can see, the phylogenetic classification you will find in crustacea based on these larval forms. Can you identify these larval forms? It's a task for you. Thank you.